Hey guys, welcome back. We have a arrangement of different things that we're going to be doing today. The main focus, we're going to be installing that same IRP short shifter that I put in my EK hatch in my brother's 99 Integra. He bought one, he's been waiting on it for a few weeks, and it's finally here, so just waiting on him to show up with the car so we can get that started. But until then, we ordered one of the the mushroom intakes. I don't know what they're actually called. They look like mushroom to me. One of those cool JDM ones for the 240, and they sent us. I think they sent us the wrong one. It's just kind of like a classic looking filter, but my dad's working on finding a place to mount it right now. I'll show you guys when he's done. But also, we have a track day filmed and another separate video filmed, and the SD card's being a little funny. It's not wanted to read on our computer or in the camera, so we can't access the footage. So those videos will be postponed for I'm not sure how long, so we can get that figured out. I just don't want to end up losing all the footage because they're pretty good videos. So alrighty, here is parts. My brother ended up going with the 37 centimeter shaft, the long one. So it's the slightly bigger one than the one in my car. Same color, the black, full billet, super clean. I'm excited to see how it looks in his car. But I don't think this video will be as in-depth with the installation because you guys have seen me do it before on my car. Obviously I won't leave out everything, but maybe not as into detail, just kind of the basics, how to get it in. So, oh yeah, and I'll show you guys the intake in 240, the filter. Yeah, so here it is. It's just more like a classic looking gritty intake, the filter. We're trying to find a good place to mount it, and the instructions, it's not very clear. I obviously can't read Japanese, so we're trying to figure out a way to like make the mount work, because it's a little loose, a little too loose to just be dangling around. I think Logan just showed up at the Integra. Obviously, you're gonna want to start by taking the interior apart. I know on the Civics, it's like a bolt there, and then one more by the ends of the seats. But I think it's just the fronts on this, and then this whole thing can just slide off. There might be some. Let's see, I can't see that. There might be a couple down on the bottom around here, but get this whole thing slid off. This time, instead of drilling holes and having two people from the top and bottom tighten it down, we're just going to use rivnuts. That way we can just screw it from the top. Still going to need to get under the car to unbolt the stock shift linkage, but the rivnuts will make it a little easier. Get the full center console out. Now we just need to get under the car and get the linkage unbolted. So we'll raise it up. Car's up on the lift. If it's the same as the Civic, all you need to take out is these two on that red attachment there, those 2 bolts, and then of course undo the bolt from the linkage so we can take that stock shifter out. It is stock, right? It's not a short shifter? A previous owner didn't say.
I think it is a short shifter, to be honest.
Cool. Alrighty. Okay, got the bottom bolt out of the shifter. Forgot to mention, you guys probably remember from the last time I did the install, you have to, where is it? Right there. You have to unbolt this one that's bolted to the trans. It's just the mount for the linkage. So get this one off and then we can get started on swapping the IRP one in.
Oh, look at that snag. It didn't drop out like it was set to. Squish me.
Get that washer up there too. The linkage is free. Now we go drop the car back down, and then this one will attach to the end of the bottom of the new shifter.
Hand me the can.
Alright, we got the holes drilled. You can hold it. Now we're going to use rivnuts instead, so we don't have to get under the car and have somebody hold a bolt. Okay, we got all 4 the Allen key, Allen head bolts to the mounting bracket, so it's bolted to the chassis now. Now we'll bolt that bottom, the linkage bolt back on, and it should be good to go, as well as putting the interior bits back on. Obviously you don't need rivnuts for an install like this for the chassis mounted shifter. I know I didn't use them on my Civic when we did it. I know we didn't film it, but I just had Skyler underneath the car while I was up in it on the lift, and you just have them hold the bolts while you screw from the top. But if you have a rivnut kit, or if you have like tools you can use rivnuts, I mean, I'd recommend it. It makes it a little easier, saves a little time on your part, but just make sure you get them in the right spot, because if you mess up the holes, you're in for a little more trouble if you're just using bolts and nuts. So we'll get the car back up in the air, linkage bolted back together, and then hopefully take it for a test drive, see how it feels. Alright, it's all finished. We got it in. Pretty sick, looks super clean. We did run into a minor problem, and I will take the blame. We have these little like adjustment bolts right here. They have an Allen key on the end of this bolt, and then you have a 8mm or 7mm nut. And I dropped the bolt underneath this foam. It like drops into the chassis, like in between the walls. So we had to use a magnet and like tear back the styrofoam to get it out. Added another like hour onto the install, but now we'll get it. Feels good. Super notchy. But we'll go take it for a test drive, see how it feels on the road.
It's great how like it bounces back with you.
Yeah, like with the Notice that in mine too. It's okay.
Feels good though.
Nice. Troy's turn. Just got back from the test drive. It's mint. That feels cool. Feels just like my Civic, but
Except for has VTEC.
yeah, I recommend the shifter to anyone with a Honda or Integra, whatever. They're really stout shifter. It's super notchy. Makes the driving experience more fun. So I think Logan's gonna go with Skyler. Skyler's driving his Subi real quick. He's been sitting around for a while since his track day. So I'll hand the camera off to him.